Hey guys, excited to be back for this week's edition of Playbook Pointers, where we talk about tips and strategies that I discuss in my book series, the Millennial Playbook series. And today I'd like to talk about my latest book, which is Paving Your Road to Financial Freedom. So this is the latest book in the Millennial Playbook series. And the concept I'd like to discuss has to do with money is abundant and time is not. Now, this may be a concept that's difficult for some people to understand, in particular if you're currently struggling financially. But hear me out first before you completely dismiss the concept. If you think about money itself, today in the economy, $5.1 trillion will be exchanged by different parties. Now, that's a ridiculous amount of money, and a lot of times it's very hard to conceptualize. So to give you an example of what that actually would look like, if you spent $1 million per day for 13,000 years, you would still have money left over. So that's a ridiculous sum of money. However, our lifetimes are finite. The average death rate for a male in the United States is around 76 years old, and for women, it's in that 81 to 82 range. So we really have a very limited time on Earth. So if you look at this example, you see $5.1 trillion being exchanged, and you realize that we only have, on average, let's say 80 years of life here on Earth. Which one do you think is more valuable? Obviously, time is more valuable. Now, the reason why I decided to include this in the book is because I remember one particular incident that kind of inspired me to kind of talk about it. And I remember it was back in, let's say, 2016 or 2017 when I was in Puerto Rico. There was a promotion being offered by Baskin-Robbins. And Baskin-Robbins said, on this particular Saturday from 9 to 4, we will be handing out one free scoop of ice cream. And the frenzy that created was unbelievable. I remember at work, people were talking about it. I remember my friends that I didn't even work with were talking about it. It was just all over town. People were talking about it. And when the day arrived, I remember my girlfriend and I were walking by a Baskin-Robbins maybe at 11 a.m. And I was shocked with how many people were actually in line. I mean, there were people inside, there were people in a long line outside, and the line probably stretched around the block. And so I remember thinking to myself, okay, if I were to walk into this Baskin-Robbins tomorrow and buy a scoop of ice cream, how much would it cost? And I just assigned an arbitrary value of $3 for that. Then I counted everyone in line. And I determined, okay, well, given the amount of people that are in line, I'm assuming it's probably going to take them about an hour, maybe a little bit more, to get a scoop of ice cream, right? So based on that analysis, I said, well, they must assign $3 of value to their time. However, if I walked up to one of them and offered them double, so let's say $6 an hour, to work for me for something, they would have laughed in my face. However, by the actions that they took that day, they assigned a $3 an hour activity to that particular point in time. So as an actionable item at the end of this video, I really just want to challenge you to start utilizing your time more wisely. Instead of performing menial tasks that only translate into $3 an hour, maybe start dedicating yourself to activities that can translate into $100 an hour, into $1,000 an hour, to potentially $10,000 an hour, because that's how you actually achieve a level of financial success that you're after. Now, thank you again for listening to this video. If you're interested in purchasing this book, I'll be posting a link below. Feel free to like, share, and subscribe to this channel. I really want to create a movement of people that are really working towards improving their life on a day-to-day basis. All right, guys, thanks.